I was a victim of bullying and abuse, and my future changed because of it. For 25 years, I let it control my life. Years separate you and me. But the emotions and the feelings from abuse are the same. Bullying has become an epidemic that is heart-wrenching, painful, and in some cases, it leads to death. Many of us have mentors in different areas of our lives. We seek them for help to become better, improve, and give us direction in our lives. Sometimes it's a teacher, a fireman, or an athlete. It's wise to be careful who we choose and how we associate with these mentors. As a little boy, I loved playing basketball and baseball. These were my passions. Most of my free time was spent in the park with my friends. The more I played, the better I got. Before I knew it, I was making left-handed hook shots, jump shots going in one after the other, and I had a great passing game. In the 8th grade, I received many scholarship offers to attend private high schools to be on the basketball team. During this time, there was a particular referee that paid a lot of attention to me. As a young boy, I thought it was really neat to get to know a referee. He began to show up at all my basketball games. He told me he was also a baseball coach for a Babe Ruth and Pony League team. I joined his teams. Then he became my coach. While attending my baseball and basketball games, he was introduced to my mother, my brother, and my sister. He started coming over to my house and became a regular guest for dinner. Many times he took me to games along with my brother and sister. He was always polite and well-mannered. I was allowed to go to practices and games alone with him because he earned the trust of my mom. This is when things started to happen. Quietly, he purchased small gifts for me, a baseball glove, spikes, or an occasional meal. During our times alone, he began to inappropriately touch me, then touch me inappropriately on a regular basis. Sometimes that didn't seem wrong because he would give me gifts or say things like, and these may sound familiar to you, "I will take care of you. I'm the only person who really cares about you. I will keep you safe. And the ultimate, I love you." At the age of 10, 11, and 12, I felt something was wrong, but I was confused about it. I began to lie to my friends and family because our time together and his gifts were supposed to be a secret. Being so young, I didn't understand a whole lot. I felt guilty that I had done something wrong. I was lying to my friends and family and to anyone who questioned me. I was very nervous, could not eat, and constantly felt scared. When I started 9th grade, my schedule changed and I had less contact with him. That summer, I played on the varsity basketball league team for the private high school I was going to attend. I quit playing on the coach's baseball team. But he still made visits to my home, and on occasion we went to some games. Late that summer, I saw him at games with one of my classmates. At that time, I never thought anything was going on. I thought it was just with me. I was terribly sad to say he had a new friend, the other boy. As my high school years passed, I continued to do extremely well in sports, and I had many wonderful friends and enjoyed life while I was playing ball. It was very hard to concentrate on schoolwork, but because of sports, I was getting by. In my senior year, the worst thing happened. The school hired the same man to be my basketball coach. I couldn't believe what was happening. I was crushed. All this time, I played basketball above my grade level, and this year, I would finally be able to play with my classmates. I stayed on the team only for a short time. I could not stomach being in the company of this man, much less in the locker room. One night after practice game, I turned in my uniform. It was the most painful night of my life, but not as painful as facing a year of him being my coach. I wish I could tell you this was the end of my story, but it isn't.